Euroloan.fi.
Mobiilimarkkinointi, routa.
Kalastusvarusteet Hongkong.fi.
Islannin arktiset vedet on kiinnostanut mua aina. Mä oon pyytänyt kotopuolessa paljon lohta ja olisi kiva päästä väsyttää jotain muutakin välillä. Mä kuullut, että täällä voi olla isojakin taimenia järvissä. Mennään kattoo löytyykö niitä.
Ja, good size fish. Suomi valmistautuu suvivirren soittoon. Elämä täällä meillä ei ole enää hirvittävän arktista ja jäätikköä pitää lähteä metsästään vähän kauempaa. Arktisten vesien seuraava kohde on maa, josta kirjailija Haukur Laksnes sanoi, että elämä siellä on kuin suolakalaa. Maan erikoisherkku on hapatettu hai. Arktiset vedet on matkalla Islantiin. Adios.
Situated to the south of the Arctic Circle, the distance by air to Iceland and to its main airport Keflavik is surprisingly short. Iceland is by far the smallest of the Nordic countries, with a population of just 300,000. Each and every person has around 16 kilometers of coastline to themselves. Toni Kuusisto, representing a Finnish travel company, linked up with our expedition. Tony's firm, Salmon Finland, arranges trips from Finland to this island of sagas.
Mikä tässä jännittää vähän, mutta äiti sanoi, että ei satu.
The trip by air from Helsinki to Reykjavik, from Finland to Iceland, is surprisingly short. A good 3 hours and you're there, and due to the time difference, the arrival time is the same as when we left Finland. Our very special Icelandic fishing guide, John Sigurdsson, is there to meet us at the Keflavik airport. He's a former national team basketball player who later also became a top-ranking coach. Accompanying him to take us to our quarters at the Cell Farm is our amicable host, Skulli Kristensson.
Aivan mahtavaa olla perillä Islannissa. Kaikkialla mihin silmä siintää näkyy eri-ikäistä laavakiveä. Tää on sininen laguuni, Blue Lagoon, yksi Islannin suurimmista turistinähtävyyksistä. Meillä ei ole kuitenkaan aikaa jäädä nyt pulikoimaan. Matka jatkuu nimittäin Kalaan ja kohti etelää.
The Arctic Waters expedition to this mystic island took place at the end of May. And just like at home in Finland, the approach of summer in Iceland can be felt in the air. The first stop is to the Keridin Crater Lake, a landmark formed at this spot in southern Iceland as a result of a volcanic eruption that took place 3,000 years ago. Iceland is also the promised land for waterfall and rapids enthusiasts. Dozens of impressive rapids and waterfalls are fed from the melt-off water from Icelandic glaciers and the abundant rainfall from the North Atlantic marine climate. One of the largest and most beautiful falls is Gullfoss, a golden waterfall that for part of the year and as a result of the melt-off waters of Langiagull is ranked as one of the greatest waterfalls in Europe. Hot springs are one of the most fascinating and original landmarks in Iceland. The common name for this phenomenon, that is a result of volcanic activity in Iceland, is geyser, but the one and only genuine geyser is at Haukadalur in the south of the island. Water flowing into the fissure is exposed to the intense heat of the volcano. Boiling water and steam are forced up, and as a result of this chain reaction a magnificent eruption is formed, a glacier. The initial home in Iceland for the Arctic Waters expedition is Sel Farm in Grimsnes. The Skull family are our farm hosts. This idyllic, picturesque setting is framed by splendid rivers and the gleam of the volcanoes on the horizon. The first fishing site for the Icelandic expedition is the Brúara River. The second largest spring in the country is situated right on the doorstep of the Skull's farm and is the source of the splendid 38-kilometer stream renowned for its Arctic trout.
Se on niinkö se luonto ja sitten tää vuoret ja meri tuossa lähellä ja tää on niinkö ihan niinku kuuhun tulisi tää maa, että maana on jo niin iso kokemus.
Kyllä.
Ja sitten vielä siihen, että voi yhdistää sen kalastuksen siihen. Niin. Täällä on kirkkaat kalavedet ja kalat on isoja, kun ne vaan sattuu kohdalle tarttumaan kiinni. Ja sitten kun se syönti sattuu kohdalle, niin niitä tulee paljon niitä kaloja. Että se kai se on, että kalojen koko on paljon isompi kuin tuolla koti-Suomessa. Voi olla 9 kilon taimenta, voi olla 4 kilon rautua.
The catch from the Brúara River could make a nice big pot of soup, but the Arctic trout are not biting on this beautiful May morning. But just the experience at any rate is wonderful, and the draw of the stream is a pleasure in itself without the pressure of the catch. The spring day is still young, and waters for fishing in Iceland are plentiful enough. It's time to change the scenery.
Täällä on tosi paljon lyhyen matkan säteellä, niin on kymmeniä eri jokia ja kymmeniä eri järviä ja helposti lähestyttävissä, että autolla viereen ja kilometri 2 kävellä ja ollaan hyvillä kalapaikoilla.
Thingvallavatn is Iceland's largest lake. The region is special and in many ways notable in Icelandic history. The very first parliament in Iceland was established on the northern shores of Thingvellir in the year 930. The region encompasses the national park of Thingvellir, and the deep fissures in the Earth's crust are listed amongst its geological peculiarities.
Brúarajoen kuohut ovat vaihtuneet upeisiin järvimaisemiin. Tämä paikka on muutenkin hyvin erityinen, sillä 2 mannerlattaa kohtaa juuri tässä toisessa. Toisella puolella Amerikka, toisella puolella Eurooppa. Ja välimatka se kasvaa 2 senttiä päivässä, kuten nämä halkeamat ympäri tätä aluetta todistaa. Tarujen mukaan tässä järvessä asuu Loch Nessiäkin pahempia monstereita, sillä Thingvallavatnin suurimmat taimenet ovat painaneet lähelle 15 kiloa.
Tyhjänä, ei pysty tekemään mitään. Noniin. Terve ja morjens!
Joo, täällä on tosi isoa taimenta, mutta on myös pientäkin, mutta tää on semmonen, miten tää nyt sanois, jääkauden jättämä järvi, jolloin tänne on jäänyt se iso taimenkanta tähän järveen ja ne sitten kasvaa tuolla, kun ne vapautetaan aina, kun on saatu se iso kala.
At Tingvallavatn, the Arctic Waters team had the assistance of a unique person, a sworn fly fisherman and an expert in the waters of Iceland acquired over the years. Our fishing guide, Jørgensen, a Dane born in Roskilde, Denmark, Niels Jørgensen. With Niels' guidance, things start to happen fast. The trout are close to the tip of the peninsula, and that can be sensed in the expedition team's skin and fishing rods.
Terve ja morjes!
Ei tälle voi mitään! Liikaa paljon pusiivaa pihalle!
After countless contacts with the trout and following a couple of catches, strange things start to happen. A heavy shoal of trout in Tingvallavatn find their way to the team's position, and from then on, nothing remained the same.
Good size fish.
Okay, my friend. This is it. Hyvin on kiinni.
group member Mikko, born and raised in Utsjoki, has tamed the salmon and other fish over the course of his life, but the Icelandic trout can manage to raise a smile even to the most rugged of men. A great fish, a fine fisherman, and a united struggle that ends with the liberation of a gigantic trout. The release of the largest trout in particular at Thingvallavatn are important for the well-being and livelihood of the fish stock, so this particular liberation is a joy. One beautiful moment. The underground spring waters and the ice melt-off make the after-fishing dip more arctic than ever. You catch your breath, the muscles cramp, but the afterglow, it's just heavenly. A new dawn in Iceland begins with the cockcrow. Our expedition departs with a sad farewell to the school's farm, and the expedition heads off to the Hekla volcano, and it's fairly small, but as far as fishing is concerned, a river reputed for its big trout.
Läpi laavakenttien kohti itää ja Islannin jäätikköjä käy arktisten vesien retkikunnan tie. Hekla tulivuoren juurella virtaa pieni ja idyllinen joki, jolla on pitkä ja monimutkainen islantilainen nimi. Me kutsumme kuitenkin sitä Miniksi. Kalakanta tässä joessa on kuitenkin jotain ihan muuta.
So I expect for us to at least see fish in the 5 kilo range today, but of course we have many fish between 1 and 3 kilos here. But it's hard work, of course. You have a beautiful clear day, crystal clear water, shallow river. The fish, they see you. So it's very tactical upstream fishing, but this is real fishing in my opinion, it's hunting.
With the help of Niels's cunning expertise, we get to know the river, the waters, traversing the riverbank and trying to look at the world through the eyes of the fish. A better teacher would be hard to find, and as far as our inexperienced group skills in fly fishing is concerned, it proved to be we were making progress step by step.
Well, in my opinion, this is the most challenging way to fish. There's so many aspects in this compared with casting with metal, as we call it. I've tried it, but I started with this and I'm ending with this, because there's never a day we can say now I'm perfect, I can do all of this. There's one thing is the cast, but when you have become confident with this rod and you know how to use it in the different situations, this is just a tool to get the fly to the fish, and then there's the whole story of getting the fish to take the fly.
To the fishermen, the Icelandic rivers are not only beautiful but also very challenging. Though Master Niels, in spite of his serious attempts in the hunt, failed to catch anything, the trout seemed more interested in the expedition camera than in the fly.
Við höfum einstaklega góða veiði á Íslandi og við erum heppin að mörgu leyti að búa svona norðarlega á veröldinni. Og til dæmis laxveiðin, síðastliðin 3 tímabil af síðustu 5 hafa verið einstaklega góð og við höfum raunverulega náð metveiði á síðustu 3 árum af síðustu 5. Þannig að það er mjög gott og ástæðan fyrir því að árnar fyllast af erlendu veiðimönnum og íslenskum og við náum að sinna því vel. Síðan er silungsveiði eða urriðaveiði og bleikjuveiði mjög góð, bæði hérna fyrir sunnan og fyrir norðan. Norðausturhornið býður upp á einhverju dásamlegustu veiði sem völ er á í heiminum í dag, álít ég. Auk þess sem að vötnin og eins og til Þingvallavatn sem við upplifðum í gær var náttúrulega alveg einstakt tækifæri að sýna finnsku þjóðinni hvað Ísland hefur upp á að bjóða.
Islannin joet ja järvet on nyt arktisten vesien retkikunnan toimesta testattu. Kokemus oli kerrassaan mahtava. Matka jatkuu nyt kohti Islannin Westfjordia, jossa tutustutaan seuraavassa jaksossa sitten merikalastushommiin.
Euroloan.fi.
Mobiilimarkkinointi Routa.
Kalastusvarusteet Hongkong.fi.